This object's called silver poetry ring, which is inspired by the phenomenon of spring fever, which is representing the early spring forest floor. These amazing plants start gushing out on top of each other after a long, cold winter. I was actually inspired by the making process of shortest Japanese poetry, which is a tanka, which is 31 syllable to represent the beauty in your surrounding. So I decided to create 31 variation of components to assemble into this elaborate organic phenomenon in the early spring in Wales. This piece is made out of all hand-forged components, 31 variation, 9 kilograms pure silver, and then TIG welded entirely from the beginning to the end. When I'm making things, I don't design first, so I just add on the units I created. The final outcome is almost a gift from nature itself. I'm going to demonstrate now. This is a forging hammer, which is very old, more than 100 years old apparently. It got slightly curved head, so it's easier to stretch the silver. So as you can see, I'm just stretching the volume of material towards the tip. So this is called forging because once it's hit, you can't bend it. When I wanted to connect this boss end of the piece was very hard because it was almost jigsaw puzzle where to link was almost impossible. But I'm not gonna let you know where I started. It's the trade secret. There is somewhere where I started, I remember, and where I ended because it's hidden, so it's secret. So this is TIG welder, this is the torch, and this tungsten bit is basically heating the tip. The first silver components have to be attached to the vise nice and steady. And then the second piece is gently hold it on a plier, then basically fusing it together. Then once everything's grown in a certain size, I remove from vise, then carry on welding process onto the copper surface. Silver is actually naturally white in color, but if you polish it, it became really like a mirror. Lots of people polish the silver beaker of silver bowl, so I wanted to go opposite, but at the same time I wanted to use this shiny property to basically compare the aesthetic. These partly polished area sort of lifts the 3D-ness out of it, so that was my intention. This is one of the techniques I use to make silver poetry ring. So I cut them into short unit. Basically, this silver is placed into the frame, never too far, never too close. It's about a centimeter. Did you see it? So it's just about holding the amount of silver. Then quench it in the water. It's pretty handy. I love this process. It's amazing the museum, like such as a Temple Museum, is acquiring these pieces because it will be shown to the much larger number of people, which is such an honor. It's an incredible feeling, especially this piece is almost showcase of what my making process is. You won't even believe that the beginning of this component was almost same material, silver rod or wire, but completely different just by simple techniques such as hammering. I want everyone appreciate the fact such a simple technique can create this elaborate, complicated look of work. Would be fantastic.